Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watchman is here with a live update on the severe weather that we will be seeing across Texas and southern Oklahoma coming Friday. So this is day 3. This is March 24th, 2023 at 00 UTC. As you can see, this is where we'll have the severe weather here. In this area, a majority of the severe weather stretching as far south as Laredo area, all the way up into the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and even into the Wichita Falls and Sherman, Texas region. North Central Texas and South Central Oklahoma will be the spots of where we will see the severe weather. As this continues to move southward, we will get an area of stability in the atmosphere over southeast Texas, and we shouldn't see as much of severe weather. However, as this begins to make its way farther east over Louisiana, Mississippi, and eventually into southeast Texas or southeast United States, I do believe we will see more instability in the atmosphere, and we could see a rise in severe weather, more tornadic activity, heavier rain, stronger wind gusts, maybe even as high as 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts with this, and up to maybe even quarter-size hail. But for right now, let's just do this step one thing at a time. That's what we have here with the severe weather, severe part of it. And a 15% chance of damaging winds with this also. So that's something else we're going to be watching. I do want to look at the models with this, because that is something else we're going to have to be watching for, is just when is it going to become the worst and how bad is it going to be. So I do want to look at the model, and I'm going to take a look at the reflectivity right here. 60 hours, 72 hours, you can kind of see it right here. The direct line of thunderstorm is right in this region. We look at here, you kind of see it moving through, and look at that. See how it intensifies as it moves east? Look at this, much more dangerous weather conditions into Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, Kentucky, Michigan, Indiana, moving into Ohio there. Continue to move this forward. This could become a bell echo down through here, and we could see some straight line winds as this makes its way through and into the southeast United States area. And then that's just going to continue to move eastward, and then we can, as it makes its way into South Carolina, North Carolina, and off the coast of the United States, it will just weaken and completely fall apart. Further up north, you could see some heavy rain, maybe even some flooding areas for New York and the northeast, New York, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, Connecticut, and Massachusetts area. For the Cape, which is how much energy is available in the atmosphere, there isn't a huge amount of available energy over Texas, over southeast Texas. It stays rather low, but something I do want to show is as this moves east, as you can see, areas where the storm is at. Ahead of the storm, we do have areas of higher amounts of Cape, which is the amount of energy available to storms. So 1,500 to 1,000, and that is enough to allow storms to be a little bit more intense. So that's generally what we're seeing right there. Wind speed wise, we could see some more intense winds are also possible with this. Nothing super duper crazy, but it's still clearly definitely going to be possible. Kind of see it right throughout in this area is where it's at. Up here we could see some stronger wind gusts. But again, nothing too ridiculously insane. We will again be watching. Looks like further out west we could be seeing something a little bit more intense in terms of winds. These are winds between 30 to 40 miles an hour, averaging between 35 and 40 miles per hour. So getting close to that of being tropical storm force winds. So I do want to take a look at the amount of rain that we could be seeing from this is something else that's also going to be a problem also. So areas around Houston area could be getting anywhere from 1/4 of an inch of rain, 3/4 of an inch of rain, maybe totaling as much as up to 1 inch of rain. As you can see here, farther in the Dallas area could be seeing closer to 1 to 1.5 inches of rain. Over areas of southern and central Missouri, they could be seeing rain totals up to 3 to 4, 4.5, maybe even as high as 5 inches of rain. It's 5 inches of rain right there. So there's definitely going to be larger amounts of rain, more in the center of where this goes, where they more of a cluster of more heavy amounts of rain is going to be at. Visibility is not going to really matter. As you can see, right where the heaviest of this rain is going to be, the visibility is going to drastically shrink down to practically nothing. No miles of visibility. I just want to take a look and see what we have for where the storm is at right now. As you can see, the storm is approaching California right now. And that just shows that the storm is getting closer to California and is beginning to certainly intensify. So if we put this into motion, you can see that storm off to the west beginning to intensify there off the west coast. There it is. You can see it right spinning right off the coast of California right here, making its way farther west and making its way into California. That's going to develop, create a frontal boundary with it as we get the moisture converging with it in the central of the United States and cold air here. More moist air coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. It collides, it creates that boundary. It's going to pull down through here. We're going to get severe weather through here. It's going to continue to make its way south. We're going to get that severe weather down to the Houston area, and that's going to continue to move east. And that's where we could see some severe weather in Tennessee, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, possibly the Panhandle of Florida, but generally this area of southeast United States is where we could see some of the more severe weather. Is where the air masses will clash. But as you can see right now, this is where that storm is at, right there, right off the coast, approaching San Jose, California. And you can even see some, at least a few thunderstorm warnings. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warnings there south of San Jose, California, have been issued. I should take a look at that right here. You can see that spin right there, right off the coast there. And instead of 6 hours, we're going to do 30 minutes. That almost looks like a hurricane making landfall. You can kind of see the center of circulation right here. All of this really rotating as this is continuing to make its way eastward as this is approaching California. It's so weird to say this. It looks like a hurricane is making landfall in California right now. You have those strong winds coming in through here. That's making landfall, and we're getting, it's almost, the friction in the atmosphere as it moves over land, it can spin up some severe thunderstorms, and when these happen, they can even spin up some tornadic cells also. But it looks like that's where the center of the system is at, and that's currently what we're watching in terms of the cell of the center of the system. Check up on YouTube and see how my stream is doing. Pretty good, right? Control F, and then what have I just done? Mesoscale always wants to turn on. Severe thunderstorm warning down here. Looks like a special marine warning also. Just expired, and also a severe thunderstorm warning right in this area also. So that is what we are looking at right now. Look at that system just spinning right there. If I turn this off and just turn on basic, you can kind of just get an idea of what really we're looking at here. Kind of see that system spinning there. If I move this all the way up to 6 hours, it'll be much easier to see over time. When that system moves in, you can see it rotating there and just sort of sitting there and just spinning around in this entire circulation right here. That's gonna move. That's moving inland right now, and now that we're getting more of those cells moving into Southern California, we're starting to get some of that clashing happening, and we're starting to get some of those spin ups right now. And so we could have some tornado watches, possibly a tornado warning here or there develop. But other than that, I really don't expect a lot of super bad weather in terms of how severe they are. However, I do think there's going to be quite a bit of flooding from this, as California has seen. Yeah, destructive is what they're saying. Maximum winds gusting of upwards 80 miles per hour. So it's pretty some destructive wind with this cell right here. I'm gonna put this here. Take a look at that. That's what we're looking at right here. Does anyone have any comments, questions, or concerns? I want to answer as many questions that I may have. Check the Discord. Alright, well, that's what we have there. And the biggest things that need to come out of this is just how much and what all we're going to be looking out for when this makes its way into Texas. Main threats are going to be hail, strong gusty winds, possibility of 1 to 2 tornadoes across southeast Texas. Those will be the biggest threats. And those situations, get into the most interior room of your home. Get as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, so you are completely protected from the conditions going on outside. That includes hail, strong winds, and flying debris. Flying debris can come right through a wall, like a branch, a 2x4, or just, a chunk of metal. So try to get yourself between as many walls between you and the outside as possible. That's going to be the safest thing to do. Well, that's that storm right there, making its way into California right now. Probably going to wrap this up here pretty soon. Made this quick, make it simple. It's going to be a not horribly bad, but there's going to be quite a bit of severity that comes with this system. California, yes, it's going to have a lot of rain. This will be flooding, but overall, when we look into the long term, as we get into the heat of summer, this is going to be very, very beneficial for California, because there's going to be lots of rain, and this is going to lower the possibilities of having a catastrophic forest fire for California and for much of the West. That is what we're hoping for. That's what we see right now. They're in right off the coast of California. We do get more spin-ups. We're looking at some more spin-ups and more activity going there in California. We will continue to give more updates as the storm continues to progress into more of the heart of the United States. So I'm going to end that here. You can go to our Patreon page, and we will be doing more updates. We'll be doing some updates there, and we will be doing more updates here on YouTube and on our Twitter. Thank you all for watching. This has just been a quick live stream update about the severe weather that is going to be impacting Texas here on Friday. Thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out.